Chart Talk, time to kick it around with Andrew Keen from Keen on the Market. And you are always ever keen on Apple. We got earnings coming out tomorrow. What does it look like the day before?
Yeah, I mean, I look at the at-the-money straddle a lot in the options to see how much the stock can possibly move. The at-the-money straddle is $45. So if I took $45 on top of Apple, that would make it a $630 stock. And if I look to the downside, it would be $540 stock. So I'm expecting a big move in Apple. I've had concerns now that the fact that I go to the Apple store a lot and I see the iPad in stock at basically every store. It's sold out in the first, in 70 countries within the first weekend. But now that you can go in there, you can buy it whenever you want. So I have concerns going forward about the iPad demand. If it's actually, 85% of all the revenue comes from the iPad and the iPhone, possible delays on the iPhone as well. But I like the fact that it's selling off into earnings, because last time it sold off about $11 into earnings, then it took off. So I am long Apple through call flies. I'm basically long call spreads.
That's interesting. You like the empty shelf look. That's an indicator for you. You mentioned some potential delays, and that's from Qualcomm, which makes the key chip for the iPhone, and also the iPhone 5. And there is some scuttlebutt that maybe that will be delayed too.
Yeah, I mean, they do have concerns, and this is why the stock has sold off from the 622 level. Even if we looked on Friday, the market was up really strong, and Apple looked very weak. And, I would rather have Apple as an Apple bull, as everybody knows that watches this show. I'm always bullish Apple. I always have positions onto the long side. So if Apple goes down $45 in earnings, I'm not going to cry over spilled milk, because they are through options. However, I like the fact that it's going down into earnings instead of buying it on the top, as we saw 2 quarters ago when it ran up to all-time highs and then sold off earnings. I would like to see little people take a little profit here, because then they're just going to have to jump in when it gets above 600 again.
Andrew, real quick on McDonald's. Their numbers came out and met expectations on Friday. That company continues to be a good long-term investment for a lot of people. Yeah,
it pays a nice dividend stream. Got down to this 95 level on Thursday before the earnings. I didn't like how the stock was reacting the day before earnings. It was down over $2.30. So I didn't add to my position. I was long McDonald's. I took it off on Friday. 97.5 kind of seems important. To the downside, we have the 95 level, which is important, but it goes with the global growth story. So as long as Europe and China doesn't slow down, McDonald's will be a safe play. McDonald's is on my radar as one of the stocks I always want to get long. I try to get long McDonald's, Yum, Starbucks, Apple on dips. This is a dip back down to 95. I'm going to look to get long again.
Andrew, thanks.
Thank you.